Yeah, and Bill, those protesters are calling on those evictions to stop and say that not doing so is a form of violence, and are calling on Governor Northam to reimpose a statewide moratorium on evictions.
We really appreciate y'all being here. We want to keep up the pressure on these evictions. Eviction is violence.
Over 100 people protested outside the John Marshall Courthouse Thursday, targeting overall eviction hearings that have resumed after a statewide moratorium on them imposed because of COVID-19 expired last week.
We can't ignore the fact that people are getting evicted because of a pandemic, and if people are without jobs access and already have poverty and lack of transportation, then it's disheartening to see that people are still getting evicted.
And specifically called out local landlords.
We're here just getting the community informed about their antics.
While the Richmond Tenants Union says they've been notifying people who face eviction and say many are unaware.
Many of the landlords were not alerting their tenants that they had upcoming evictions. And when the tenants would show up, they would lose the case.
Statewide, Steve Fishback with the Virginia Poverty Law Center says there are around 11,000 cases over the next 8 weeks.
We don't think anyone should be evicted during this pandemic.
The eviction moratorium was granted by the Virginia Supreme Court and extended once to give Governor Ralph Northam time to set up a $50 million rent and mortgage relief program to help those facing eviction. Fishback says he expects that funding to run out quickly and is worried the eviction issue will worsen when a federal moratorium expires July 25th. He says he's calling on Governor Northam to declare a new statewide eviction moratorium.
Because that's necessary right now.
Now, we've reached out to the governor's office about the protests and the calls from those here, and a spokesperson got back to us and wrote, quote, an executive order would likely raise legal complexities that would tie the case up in court and keep much needed relief from Virginians, and quote, we also asked about how many people have been helped by the program so far and have been referred to the state's housing department and are awaiting an answer. Working for you in Richmond, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.